Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Onyanta, and today I will be showing you how to use the Comprehensive Ranking System tool, also known as the CRS tool, to check your scores before you submit an Express entry profile. This is a very good tool to have because this way you can check your scores against the last Express entry cutoff score and know if you stand a chance to be selected. So let's quickly start by going to the Canadian government website. So you just type canada.ca. And then it brings you to the home page. So here you're going to choose between English or French. What's your preference, guys? Okay, so now you're in the website. And first things first, let's check the Express entry drawer. So here you choose Express entry rounds of invitation, and it immediately takes you to this page. As you can see, we rank candidates in a pool using the points-based system. So that is why getting high points are important, guys. And as at February 5th, that was the last round of invitation, 3,500 invitations were issued, and the lowest score was 472, which is the same as that they had in January. So that hasn't changed. So you can keep going through this page just to see some other stuff, but that's the main thing I wanted us to check, this mark, so 472. Now that we know this, let's go back to the Comprehensive Ranking tool, which is up here, CRS tool. So here, guys, you choose the first option for skilled immigrants Express entry. And as you already know, you'll create a profile and you'll have a score which will be ranked against all these factors. We've gone through all of this in the previous series. So now, why are we using this tool? To test, for one, if you're eligible. If you've not submitted an Express entry profile but you would like to see what your score might be. Or if you were invited to apply for PR, that's permanent residency, but you want to see if any changes in your profile may affect your scores. So let's begin the test, shall we? So you come down here and you see question number 1, what is your marital status? For this first round, let's go for the best case scenario for most of the questions, not all, but most of them. So marital status, let's say you're coming by yourself. I'm not saying married is a problem, but let's just keep it not complicated, because then you'll have to fill out for your spouse. Okay, I guess number 2 would have been for your spouse if you had chosen that option, but since we don't have that, we'll skip straight to number 3. How old are you? Let's keep it quite young. Let's say you're 25. What is your level of education? Okay, we're still going for best case, so let's go above the bachelor's and say you have a master's degree. Have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificates? Most cases, I would say no. Official languages. Are your test results less than 2 years old? So guys, your tests have to be less than 2 years old if you're going to use them for Express entry profile. So make sure you submit your profile within that window. So say yes. which test did you take? So this depends on the language you speak. Remember I told you guys English, French, or both. So let's say we're going with an English speaking person. And for the results, let's say, remember I said you want to get minimum of 7 in writing and speaking, and minimum of an 8 in reading and listening. So let's say you got higher than all those. So let's say you got 7.5 here to 9. You got an 8. Let's say you got 8.5. So you got an 8. And you got 7.5. This is a good result, guys. So if you have this in your IELTS, that's very good. Do you have other languages? So if you speak French and you also took the results, this would be a good place to add that. But for an English-speaking person only, you choose non-applicable. Work experience in the last 10 years. How many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? So I'll choose none. In the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign skilled work experience do you have? So that's work experience outside of Canada. So here you choose, let's say, 3 years or more. Yeah. Do you have a certificate of qualification from a Canadian province? Most likely no for most people. So here's the additional points system portion of the test. So do you have a valid job offer? Remember I told you can boost your scores by getting some of these things to include to your profile. So let's say, well, let's just keep it simple. A lot of people won't have this yet. We'll do a round where we'll come back and add yes to this. Do you have a provincial nomination? So nomination certificate from a province, let's say no. Do you or your spouse or common law partner, if they will come with you to Canada, have at least one brother or sister living in Canada? So this is the family sponsorship part. So you can mention a blood relative here, or they have strong biological ties with, so via adoption, marriage, have a common parent, things like that. So let's say no again. And then click calculate your scores. There we go. So this is just your baseline. You didn't have any additional documents, just your school, your job, and let's see what that got you. So you can see the scores are tallied. No points for spouse factors because you're single. Language tests and blah blah blah. No additional points for provincial nomination, job offer, and all that. And you have a total of 481. This already puts you above the last cutoff, which is 472. So this is very good. It's not the best you can get, but it is a solid score that can get you into that can get you to the next stage. But let's see how much better it can get before we go worse. So let's say you do have a valid job offer. No, let's leave the job offer. Let's say you do have a provincial nomination. So put yes here. So province has nominated you to come over, because I choose this over job offer because this is quite hard to get when you're not in Canada, unless you're transferring with a company, like in my case where I came here with my company, but I didn't even use them for my application. So and let's say you do have a relative here. So you had 481, I guess. So let's see what you do have now. So again, you click calculate your scores, and then you scroll down to the bottom, and just like that, you've doubled your points. Look at this. Provincial nomination alone gave you 600 points. Siblings did not even give you much, but see, this gave you some points. So guys, this just shows you anything you can do to boost your scores, especially if they are not good on their own, like a standalone. So let's say you do not have a provincial nomination and you have just a bachelor's degree. Let's see if that will still keep you above 472. So let's say you have a bachelor's here. But you still have relative. Let's see what that does. See? Now you're below. So guys, this is just a way to show you that you need to supplement your scores as much as possible. do whatever you can to give yourself the highest level of competitiveness in the pool, because you do have the way to find out what the last cutoff score mark, and you have this tool to check and see if your score is enough to give you a fighting chance. So play around with this, check what you have, what you don't have, what your score is, and what you can potentially get. If you can get a provincial nomination, that would be perfect. You can see 600 points is a very good score to have. That alone can get you here without the other stuff, I think. So just do your best and play around with this tool and see what you can do. But anyway, guys, yeah. This is the comprehensive ranking system tool. I hope this has been helpful in showing you how to navigate this. And if you have any questions, as usual, please leave comments below in the comment box. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, guys. You know you want to. I'll see you next time.